Our national security is at stake as terrorists continue to sack communities, abduct citizens, attack institutions, and kill security personnel in more daring ways than ever before. To know the grave implications of the situation in our hands, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Idris Wase, said the Department of State Services, DSS, issued 44 reports about the imminent attack on Kuje Custodial Centre, yet it was not prevented. Fear of more attacks by terrorists is hovering in the air, but the Inspector General of Police, Usman Akali Baba, has ordered officers to beef up security in Federal Capital Territory, FCT. Meanwhile, bandits continue to run riot in Zamfara State. In fresh attacks, they invaded Morai community in Talata Marafa local government area, killed 4 persons and abducted more than 30 others. Those are definitely tough times. These are definitely tough times. Please, let's share the Abuja story with you.
Residents of Abuja go about their businesses, but with some concerns over security. Reports have continued to make the rounds of plots by terrorists to attack the nation's capital, triggering apprehension. The federal government's directive shutting down the Federal Government College, Kwali, in the wake of the security breaches in Kwali has forced schools to hurriedly shut down for the session. At this school in the Buhari Area Council, parents scramble to pick up their children.
Majority, they are thinking they will not return to the school because the surrounding is no longer safe. Why will I return a daughter back to a school whereby the next moment you start hearing the sound of the machine gun? The security network, well, we are seeing soldiers now manning war weapon everywhere. But that's not all about it.
Further down the road is a Nigerian law school, which according to reports was the target of a plot by terrorists. We were not allowed to film inside the school, but normal activities are ongoing within the premises, except that ceremonies for the call to bar scheduled to hold in the premises have now been shifted elsewhere. Outside the premises of the law school, there are growing concerns over security.
I feel so disappointed. I feel so discouraged even to come back to this place again. Because earlier I was here since 1999 up to this point. I've never had or been encountered with such experience that I had yesterday night. So I'm very, very disappointed.
Despite the deployment of heavy weaponry by security forces, residents are anxious. There is an air of apprehension. Residents and indeed business operators say any further breach of security within the area council would have far-reaching consequences. What they want at the moment is for the federal government to take proactive measures to ensure security of lives and property in the entire area council. Sifon ACN, TVC News, Abuja.
Yes, you find it, Jide. We're always very reactive. We're not always proactive. You find the normally need jack, the armored APC, armored personnel carriers all around, military littered all around and everything. Now, if the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives said that 44 reports, not 1, not 2, 44 reports on imminent attack, and it happened, and Mr. President went there, and Mr. President was shocked.
Mr. President spoke like the rest of us who speak.
Somebody said he was willing.
He was
Wheeler.
talking about he's disappointed in the system. It's me that should be talking about the system, not the president. The president should be showing his anger right there, not showing disappointment, not showing shock, showing anger. And when you are showing anger, you are directing that anger at specific people.
Yes. Controller immigration, pam. Controller this, pam. Chief of this, pam. Police.
That's the way. Next time you may want to make an appointment, those that you are appointing know that
This
you
man,
will not tolerate
nonsense. Drop the
any
bar, you are gone.
infraction, any mistake from their end will not be pardoned. They know that they have to sit up. They know that there are consequences for inaction. There are consequences for poor performance. A situation in which it is evident to us that there are no consequences for poor performance, because there are some
You
ministers,
continue to remain in office.
there are some ministers in this administration
I was shocked to see
who
some
have
names.
no business remaining in office up
And
till
they've been
now.
there.
And they are there. Some of them are like even the poster boys of the administration. Absolute rubbish. If you are not good enough, you are not good enough. If you do not deserve the position that you are occupying, you do not deserve it. If you are good enough, it will be as apparent as daylight to everyone. The average Nigerian can even come up with some form of KPI for you, by which they can assess you. Some ministers, we hardly even hear of what they are doing. We just know that they are there. Yes, every state must.
So this
produce
shake up
a
that they
minister.
just shake up the cabinet now. You know how? So this person is still there.
So
They have been moved from this place.
See, I want to see a president that is angry. We cannot say the president at his level should come and do some things by himself. But by appointing people to positions, he expects them to deliver. Some of them are not delivering. Some of them are extremely arrogant. You even see them talk on TV defending what makes no sense to defend. This is not about arrogance peddling. We are not after arrogance peddling. Let us see what you can do. Let's see what you have done. Nigerians are the best judge. But the president must lead the way in showing ministers and people who are working for him, who are manifestly not good enough, the door. Look at this, our security situation, for example.
I don't know.
How many times has he decided to wield the big stick?
It took him several
The
months.
president, look at these service chiefs, the former service chiefs. The president kept them in office
66 months.
even when it was apparent that their best was no longer good enough. He knew that by law he could not extend their term beyond one time. He extended it. What he just did was that he just kept quiet. And they were just there. He kept them in office beyond the laws of our land. One was above 60 years. You still kept him there. By civil service rules, he's not supposed to stay in office beyond the age of 60. Mr. President again kept the Accountant General of the Federation. He extended his stay
That one started people.
against the Constitution, against the laws of our land, not knowing that he actually extended the stay of the wrong person. Somebody that he should not have appointed in the first place. He extended the stay.
The rogue.
People were angry. Let's not
presumed.
Don't say, oh, you can't defend.
You can't defend that.
Not even with the kind of judiciary we have. See, people were complaining that no, you cannot do this. It's against the law. You can't do this. You can't do this. He went ahead, gave him an extension that he did not deserve. What is the financial engineering that we have seen? Look at our economy is on a tailspin. We are on a cliff. The CBN governor who was bent on becoming president of our country has continued to preside over the free fall of our currency.
Of Naira.
It's now 710. Check the South African currency. We boast that we are the giants of Africa. Check the currency of South Africa. Check compared to the dollar. Just check.
Rand.
Yes. Check. You see how strong the rand is against the dollar. We can't keep our own currency strong.
In spite of this warning, the security report and everything, nobody did anything. And that thing came, and we are paying dearly for it now. We have like over 60 hardened, criminals, on the loose now. So if you begin to hear of attacks here and there,
roaming free. And yesterday there was a leaked memo from the civil defense where they actually told us that we should be thinking about securing ourselves in Lagos. They included Lagos, the Northwest, like Katsina, Zamfara, Kogi, as well as Kaduna. So it means that these guys, if you notice, even the escapees, all of them they've gone everywhere in the country now. So they're everywhere. They might be your neighbor, they might be anywhere. Nobody knows where they are. But the thing is, we should be prepared for these attacks across the country. And when Mr. President, that particular day that Mr. President went to Kuje and he expressed shock, that, the thing is, if I am angry and I'm seriously angry about negligence on the part of somebody that is working under me, the first thing I do is to query the person. Once you query the person, the next thing is to sack the person if you are not satisfied with the query. There is no point leaving somebody, for the person to come and begin to give you, put another file.
Fake excuses.
Excuses. And then the next thing, the one that is even more painful, is that same day, I'm sorry to say, our own Mr. President still took the plane and traveled to Dakar. Now he's in Senegal for a security conference. When your house is burning, it doesn't make sense to anybody. Ayo, the thing is, some people, why these things are happening is because there is no heads is rolling. Every day we keep hearing emergency security meeting. What do they really discuss when they go for those security meetings? Because I don't know.
And the number of casualties.
It keeps increasing. This Zamfara, this is the first time this Talata community, this is the first time they are attacking that community. They've never attacked it before. And they will keep doing this and nobody is being arrested. For you to even kill one terrorist, at least let's even know. Nobody. And just like you said, we keep being active and not proactive. Intelligence reports will come, everybody will sit on it until something happens. This is not ideal, Ayo.
Julie, I don't know, for the Inspector General of Police, it's as if the police is almost non-existent again. As in, I don't see them as...
I don't want us to say police is non-existent. They are just overwhelmed, just like the army. If you know the rate at which they are killing policemen, the rate at which they are killing policemen in this country now, these bandits and other people, there's hardly any day that I don't see report of policemen being killed. They are paying the price as well.
So what can we do?
They are paying the price. Police are seriously paying the price. If Wale and other people in the police will provide us a list of policemen killed in 1 month, honestly, you will be startled. Based on what we see, we read, if they collate number of people, that policemen that they kill, the rate at which they are killing policemen.
Don't you think it's as a result of, not having good training, equipment, and everything?
No,
normally,
the people who have the better training, are they not being killed? Are you going to say soldiers, guards brigades don't have the right training? Are they not our elite corps of fighters?
That's so shocking.
Are they not killing them? Are they not killing soldiers in the northeast? Are they not killing soldiers in the northwest? Did a single bandit leader not kill 18 soldiers in one day? Did we say they were not well trained? In Gwari, they slaughtered soldiers. It was even in their sleep that they came to kill them. Soldiers who had just finished training, posted them to Gwari. They killed them in their sleep. In Niger State the other day, see the number of soldiers that were killed. We can't say they don't have training. We can't even say they don't have equipment. Sometimes the problem is the strategy. Because I was in Imo, I saw the array of weapons that the Nigerian army has. You can have the best weapon in the world. If the enemy strategy is better, if the enemy catches you by surprise, it will look like you don't know how to fight. The day Boko Haram caught the Chadian soldiers by surprise in their own country, they killed more than 100 and something soldiers. The president was so sad. He said, this kind of killing has never happened to Chadian army on our own soil. And in anger, this is the same Chadian army that outflanked Gaddafi's troops in the 80s, being killed, more than 100 of them being killed by Boko Haram fighters. But they now, in anger, led by the president, they taught them a lesson. They taught the Boko Haram guys a lesson with a full range of extreme violence from their own end. So it depends on how we respond to these people. And as I've said before, these days they are just catching us by surprise. They are catching us by surprise a lot of the time through ambush. When the enemy executes an ambush against you, the success rate is above 75%. Because he is seeing you. You don't know where he's hiding. You are just walking into, it's like walking into a trap. This is the thing. We talked about the strategy to adopt across the states where these guys are present. Thankfully, those states link one another. But nobody listened. This is a war. War has been brought to us. Let's declare a full-scale war. What are we wasting time about?
Okay. I have a former local government chairman, Abubakar from Jos, calling us. Thank you for joining us, Abu.
Yes.
Go ahead with your contribution, please.
Babajide, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
As a retired police officer, you see, primarily the duty, security of every nation depends on the police. But the police have been neglected. As you said, policemen are killed on daily basis. And nothing is done about to address this issue. Now, Babajide, if policemen are recruited enough in villages, in those days you find policemen in police stations with vehicles, enough vehicles to tackle immediate crisis. But you see now, the reverse is the case. Police are being neglected. The police are not being properly taken care of. Look at the police. I'm a retired police officer. 30,000 I'm being paid as pension. Now others are saying if they are killed, what will they do? And so if the policemen are properly taken care of, properly trained, given the desired attention, honestly, crime will be reduced to the barest minimum.
Thank you, Abubakar.
But
Thank you for
sorry,
your contribution.
Police are neglected.
It's even now that these terrorists have concentrated their attention on the Federal Capital Territory, where it's meant to be the safest, city in the country and the most guarded city. And you begin to wonder that, look, the law school outside Abuja, neighboring communities around Abuja being identified as a terrorist cell.
No, it's shocking. It's shocking and it's also embarrassing that even attacks of any nature can happen in the Federal Capital Territory. Because that is where we have all the military, all the arms of, when you say military, they are all in Abuja. Even the Kuje attack, the military also have some, houses and formation around there, but they still attacked. So it is not, Mr. President has to just sit down and look at this thing. Nigerians, I went out this afternoon, Nigerians are very, very angry with the president. They are not happy. Yes, we might be in Lagos.
Add that to the poverty.
Yes. We might
Rising
be-
poverty.
we might-
laws.
No security.
Yes,
on
we
top
might be
of-
in
on
Lagos.
top of
People are
hunger.
hungry.
But people are
can't
hungry, people
protect
are
them,
angry because
then they are
even
hungry.
nobody knows that, okay, some people are already saying, by the time it's 7 o'clock, I have to go home, even in Lagos. Nobody is safe anymore. We have to tell Mr. President that. Because even at 7 o'clock, some people want to rush home because in traffic, something can happen to you.
Yeah, right in the traffic.
Yes, in traffic. So even at night, anything can happen.
Just like our leaders are just focused on
So we are
politics.
just politics.
Just focus on
People are
politics.
just-
And if we
Yeah,
leave
They've
Nigeria,
left us to our fate.
if we leave Nigeria to degenerate, then you ask yourself, which country do they want to preside over? If we watch Nigeria degenerate like this, if we watch Nigeria go to the dogs, which country are you going to preside over? I mean, this is just too much. Who are these guys that they've now left the Northeast? They now think that if it's even the federal capital that they should be operating in.
around.
They were in the past to show you that they have even scaled up, that they've upgraded themselves. In the past, they were throwing bombs
But now
like
they don't.
cowards. Now they can carry their
Carry
guns
yeah.
and attack military, attack prison. They were not doing that before, at least not in the federal capital. Now they have the guts.
And even threatening to even kidnap the president.
Why won't they say they will okay, now the president? The successes that they are recording, those successes are going into
Yes,
their
of
heads.
course.
They now think that they are unstoppable, that they can do it. Look at when they do all the stupid videos and all those comments that they make. Look at the arrogance oozing out of their mouths. If you do an interview with 2G now, if he grants you an interview, you see the way 2G will be talking as if he's the president of Nigeria. If you get a chance to do interview with Dogo Gide, you see the way Dogo Gide will be talking as if he's the one who put all of us here in this country. If it is, look at Ado Alero was even saying, no, I don't kidnap.
I don't kidnap, that I kill.
Wow.
Yes.
In this country, nílùú tó lọ́ba tó ní joyè.
Killing is his own business.
Yes,
He said he
that
does
he
not
said he doesn't
kidnap,
kidnap,
he
he kills.
He has the guts. He had the temerity to say that. Will you blame him? Somebody who sat down without asking to be given traditional tattoo. They pleaded with him, they called him and turbaned him, made him Serikin Fulani. And he said, look, I did not lobby for this thing. I didn't ask for it. He even still says, so I didn't ask for it.
Shame.
Because our people have given up. They believe that if they don't go and beg these guys,
They won't
they will
farm.
come for them. We have given up. We have literally given up. Today, the federal government directed all private schools in Abuja to shut down with immediate effect.
Nasarawa has
Today,
joined too.
Wednesday,
Nasarawa
all
has also
private
joined.
schools shut down. And it's in response to security threats, nothing else. So, is this the way we'll be going? People that we are supposed to crush them,
It's not looking good at all.
people that we are supposed to show no mercy to them, we are now making it, we are allowing them to dictate the pace. It's just like when Arsenal and Man U are playing.
Sir, what do you
And with Arsenal lacking the initiative, Man U will now be dictating the pace.
But
Stay in the
Arsenal has
middle.
a flair.
Too mediocre.